Yo guys, welcome to a new video. Today we will be reviewing World Warfare and Economics made by Orkon Studio. Now, this is their first game, and that's a pretty big task, but this is a gap in the market, you could say. Games like Superpower 2, Supreme Ruler, HOI 4 Millennium Dawn, or maybe even Dummy Nation or Rise of Nations on Roblox. They're all set in the modern setting, but they all lack the depth and realism that this game is willing to offer. This game came out in early access in 2023, and now we are in 2025. When it first released in early access, I actually played it and liked the concept, but the bugs were really bad. I mean, you could barely save your game and it was just super all over the place. But now, in 2025, they have rebuilt the game, listened to player feedback, looked at the mistakes they made, and are now starting this new path with the Reborn update. We will get into that in a minute. First, I want to say it isn't perfect, nowhere near. It has its problems and bugs still, but it is early access, so this is expected. The amount of bugs, though, is significantly lower, and the game is way more stable now. Let's get into the negatives, the positives, the way forward for this game, and then we will review sound, like music, graphics, potential, and then overall. Negatives of the new update. The graphics have had a downgrade, in my opinion. Now, I understand some people have worse PCs, but in that case, you should just add more graphic settings so people with good PCs and bad PCs both get satisfaction. I know graphics don't matter as much in games like these, but they add a certain quality look to the game, a certain prestige to it. It makes it feel better and look better, but also makes you forget the game is made by an indie company. Now, this is more of a it will be added thing. You can see it's a work in progress, but no tutorial was annoying to say the least. Now, I don't mind learning as I go. In fact, some would say that it's more fun getting thrown into the deep end. But in this case, where it's early access, if I put myself in the shoes of a casual player, and I go onto the game and play for an hour or two, and have no clue what I'm doing, I could see that person getting a refund or leaving a bad review. But I understand it's early access. This irked me. When you move troops near another country's border, I swear they stop when I get a notification. And then I look at the notifications and I'm getting shouted at by other countries for going near their border. That is a frustrating feature if I'm being blunt. I kind of understand if I'm right next to it and have parked a bunch of troops next to their border. Okay, I understand that. But man, I'm not even near it. Fog of War. Now, I know you can turn it off, but it just makes the game look cheap, I think. Removed features. For example, COVID is not in the game anymore. I understand why. I think it's because they are trying to just start with a solid foundation and build on that so they don't get too many bugs. The war system. Now, yes, it's way better, don't get me wrong. But I wish, and maybe it's just the Hearts of Iron fanboy in me, but I wish it was like that. Plus, the whole war system kind of feels arcade and very basic. Positives of the new update. The UI is better. I did have an issue where it was super small, but I fixed that in settings. I wouldn't say it's super better, but it's better, more simple and easy to understand. The missile system is better or easier to understand, but I do think nukes are very lacking. But that's fine. I'm sure that will get updated. The trading system is just better in the sense that it's quicker. The game just feels better. I mean, everything just feels quicker to access and easier. The way forward. Bug fixing is very important. Get a very solid foundation and then build upon that. Over time, they could add the space feature, which I think is super cool and unique, or new military system that's better. Or make it so you can change your government. That's a big one. And make your own faction, and more. Ratings. Sound. The music score is great, no problems with that. The missile sound effects are just non-existent. They don't make a noise or anything kind of weird. But overall, nothing really to complain about here. I will rate it 8.5 out of 10. Graphics. First impressions are a downgrade. Yes, but a foundation to start on. Also, the unit icons need more variety. I will rate it 5.9 out of 10. Potential. This game has huge potential, like, come on, 9.7 out of 10. Overall, this is the big one, 7.9 out of 10, which I think for a game that is in early access and had all these bugs and issues is a really good score. They can just keep building the game up more and more. Okay guys, see you in the next one. Make sure to like, sub, and comment.